This is Dolynny TV, guys. Let's friggin' get some this episode. We're doing the high hopes career mode. It's a garbled mode, but I'll show you what it's all about if you're just tuning in for the first time in MLB 18 this show. We did this in MLB 17 and it was an absolute friggin' blast for me, let me tell you that much. I really enjoyed this franchise at mid difficulty, but it is more road to the show based than it is franchise based. Anyhow, if you're new to the channel, what I want you guys to do right now is leave a like. The like goal on this video is 25, right? Same thing as the Toronto Blue Jays franchise mode last night. I want this video to hit 25 likes to start this series off well. And then we'll see when the next episode comes out what the like goal will be there. Probably 30, see if we can keep the momentum building up and up and up. But anyhow, the other side I want you to do, as I mentioned, if you're new, please hit that subscribe button. You do not want to miss any MLB 18 The Show content on Dolynny TV. So right here, right now is your warning. Get subscribed, get the bell notifications, and let's keep friggin' rocking it, boys. So, it's the Yankees versus the Detroit Tigers. You see in the bottom right corner, below my face cam, you can kind of see the New York Yankees logo, right? So that is where we're going with. We're with the Yankees, but the question is why? And you're going to see in here, not too much of anything. Did I not save things? Yes, I did actually. Right in the middle of my screen. I wasn't looking where I was supposed to be looking. Right in the middle of my screen, 2 overall, third baseman this year, Mr. High Hopes. He's got himself a nice little haircut. He looks respectable this year. High Hopes, the A potential 18-year-old, 5'5", 150 pounds, 2 overall, can play first, second, third, shortstop, 100K contract. The kid is gonna be great. That's what we're hoping for. So now what we gotta do is we gotta get through the spring and see what he can do. That's the other challenge. And so, High Hopes, now that you've been introduced to High Hopes, you see what he looks like, you know what he's all about. I'm going to explain the series to you right here. So you see we've got a full lineup of regular guys. This is a regular franchise mode focused solely on one player. We don't play games, we simulate a whole season in an episode, okay? So you got that whole career arc right there. We start with the 18-year-old, 0 overall, right? He's got no stats, so he's 0 overall, it's just 2 for morale. You start him at 18, A potential, 99. I will show you the guys that right now. I'm not making this stuff up. This is true facts that I'm telling you. Real news. And attributes, you see potential is 99 maxed out. Okay? So 99 max potential at 18 years old, 0 overall, starting in the MLB. So we let him develop throughout the MLB and see how he develops. That's more the question, not to see if he develops. See how he develops. As a 99 potential, A potential, bingo, bingo, bango, you know what I'm talking about. Take him from 0 to 99 is the goal. Now, of course, in High Hopes last year, I think we ended up topping out at about 44 overall. High Hopes hit a high of 10 home runs in his career, and it was something unreal. Well, that's kind of what we're hoping for this year. Again, is just to develop him. Of course, hopefully it doesn't take 10 seasons to get to 44 overall, but it's a very, very true test within one episode to see what the sim engine does per season with a player that is not by any standards supposed to be in the MLB according to the game, according to real life, according to everything. So, without further ado, what do? We go in and simulate spring training. So we'll sim through spring training and see what High Hopes does. We'll see if he gets aboard, and then we'll set up the roster how I want it. And you see the New York Yankees absolutely demolished spring training, 17-13 with High Hopes, hitting, well, 5 RBIs, 138 average. I'm going to tell you one thing, that is a much, much better average than High Hopes had last year in spring training in MLB 17 to open his career. So 5 RBIs, 65 at bats. You think about somebody like Giancarlo Stanton who had 85, Aaron Judge who had, man, Judge's got 99 power. Oh man, that's ugly. 99 home runs, 20 RBIs, 361 average. Everybody else just bombing away. So was Gary Sanchez. Like, the guy's unreal against lefties. Didi Gregorius, 11 RBIs. And it's just going to be a very good lineup that will hit lots of bombs. That's what we're hoping for. That's got to make up for high hopes. Basically, in year one, I guess high hopes just got to get on base and let Gary Sanchez hit bombs. That's all that matters, is high hopes gets on base and Gary Sanchez hits bombs. That's basics of baseball right there. So we will advance the day and go into, well, you see it right here. The same matchup we had yesterday on the Blue Jays episode 2 when it was Stroman versus Severino. I was unsure if it was Severino. I double clutched and didn't think properly. But so we go into opening day, but we won't play opening day like we did in the franchise mode with the Blue Jays. We will simulate the whole season at one, taking a monthly look at how High Hopes is progressing. So we won't do any of that today. We will just set up the franchise mode, regular old franchise mode. You guys know how that works. And you see we've got one sponsor there, we've got one sponsor there, and can we have, nope, that sponsorship's already in use. So unfortunately we can't use that sponsorship. And somehow we have a sponsor all-star in there. Well, that's because we have 3 sponsors. Never mind, that's all me, boys. So that's really the basics of this franchise mode. One thing we do have to do is obviously High Hopes is staying up in the MLB here, and we will have to get him in there. Jace Peterson will go down to the minors. Anyone who can actually play third base will go down to the minors. Austin Romine can't, and Aaron Hicks can't. So we should, Giancarlo Stanton can't, Didi Gregorius can, Brandon Drury can. So we have a little bit of work to do. As you guys will see, we have to go and send down Danny Espinosa. We will remove him from the 40-man roster, which will effectively move him to AAA. And Danny Espinosa is on outright assignment waivers. He cannot be removed from rosters at this time. That's okay. And then third baseman, we have to move nobody. Okay, so where's Jace Peterson then? Jace Peterson is a second baseman. Okay, move him down to AAA as well. And that's one last thing we have to do is edit up Brandon Drury to not be able to play second base or third base, pardon me. Primary position, secondary position is, we'll throw him at catcher. We'll see how he does at catcher. Might as well have a backup catcher to the backup, right? And then you've got at second, shortstop, pardon me, Didi Gregorius can also play third base. So we don't want him to do that. We want him to play second base only, and that takes care of it. So now High Hopes should be able to get into the lineup. You see he all automatically jumped into that third base position, and we will see what he does in the lineup in the 9-hole. That's where we'll set him. We'll see how he does throughout the season, and we'll see if that means a progression for him or a reduction in production. Ooh, that's a good one, reduction in production. So High Hopes, season 1. Well, actually, you know what? I will show you how this series works. Let's go for it. I feel like being charitable. Shall we do it? We shall do it. 1 month of the season, gone in a speed, sim through the date, and turn off critical situations. That's obviously one thing we do also do. And have 27 men on their roster, auto fix roster. And one thing I forgot to do, boys, before we get going too much further, modify sliders. We need to turn down the injury frequency to off. That's how we do it. We turn off the injuries. And sliders, HH, might as well keep it going easy. And we will have a nice little episode of this one. Hopefully, if High Hopes does something within these games, he's been allotted 5th of April. We need to go down here to the 30th of April and auto fix the lineups down in the rosters. Guy in AA has been injured, so we'll keep him in there. Christian Yelich has been traded from the Brewers to the Nationals. That didn't take long at all. And there we go, auto utilize him down there in the minors. We are 12-7 throughout, actually now really doing well. CC Sabathia will be out about 2 weeks. We'll throw him on the keep active list and see if that doesn't hurt us much. I'm not too much into the helping things out really along the way. High Hopes in 77 at-bats has had 143 batting average and then 3 RBIs. Everybody else throughout the lineup, Brett Gardner, 1 home run, 11 RBIs, 5 home runs, 17 RBIs for Brandon Drury. Didi Gregorius, 517. Giancarlo, 12, 24, 296. Aaron Judge, 720, 283. And Gary Sanchez, how about that? 11, 21, 295. So a very good lineup. And Danny Espinosa is getting some second base time, so we need to send down Danny Espinosa to AAA, but I will worry about that in the next episode, guys. We will pick up Season 1 next time out. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. What I want you to do is subscribe, leave a like. We're trying to hit 25 likes. I will catch you guys in the next one.